What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Onney the CEO, and I'm bringing you another fire segment from Outside the Box. And this week I have something special. I have someone that has started a movement right here in Houston, and it is allowing so many people to show their creative art through their skin and body work. So I need you guys to be plugged in, tuned in, tapped in, because you're now with Outside the Box. Before I even start this show, I just want to say that when this group of people walk into the room, they command the room's attention. I want to introduce you guys to Inky Gang.
It all started with a pimp C bitch, so what the fuck is up? Told him something good, ease up off my motherfucking gun. Cause if you don't really wanna fuck with a drill nigga from the drill villa with a steel trigger, land of the rich.
Without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to the founder of Inky Gang Official. How you doing, Mr. A-Dub?
I'm doing good, thank you so
Yes.
much.
So I see that you brought two people with you today. I'm gonna come back to you. I want to introduce you, Victoria.
Hello.
Shout out, and Eddie Kane.
How you doing?
They'll be joining us today for this interview. So A-Dub, I finally got you in the studio, huh?
We here.
We here, baby. So I know I gave a little bit of snippet of why I brought you here. Of course, you cover so many other different things, and we'll get into that because I'm going to get all in your business.
Okay.
But for now, I want you to tell the world, our listeners and our watchers, who you are and what it is that you do.
Well, my name is A-Dub, born Augusta Williams, and I'm just a guy that came up like most people in this city, and I want to make an impact on my life and the people around me, anybody else I can touch in the world through the art forms, like Inky Gang and the Tattoo Coach, and with the Dubway Foundation, where we get back to our community, to people less fortunate, and just try to make our mark on the world in a positive manner.
Now, let's circle back to Inky Gang. Where did that concept come from? Because I always hear my son say, oh, my mom Inky. So tell me a little bit about that.
Because when I was growing up, we wanted to get tatted.
Yeah.
And you could have 5 tattoos and consider yourself tatted.
Mm-hmm.
But in the prison system, where we have a lot of times and resources, and tattoos are much cheaper when you're using burnt ash for ink. So, you get to a point where you have so many tattoos that you look at your body, you inky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it start running together.
Mm-hmm.
So I created Inky Gang, the concept, in prison, because that was like our rite of passage. Like, we more than just having tattoos.
Mm-hmm. It tells a story. If you really pay attention to
Yeah.
the ink, it really tells
Yeah.
a story. So having that whole idea and stepping outside the box and creating a whole movement, like getting other people that's actually interested in that movement, because so many people have stereotypes against people with tattoos when there's no need to be. Those are some of the most creative people I've ever met. If they inked up, they're creative just by nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing the corporate world actually embrace tattoos even more. It used to be where you used to have to cover your hands up.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. So how do you feel about the culture moving to a positive direction with the acceptance of body ink?
Well, like you said, it's more socially acceptable now. So we have a lot of professionals having tattoos and either covering it up or not covering it up. But what I want to do and accomplish is bridging the gap, because if you see a man or woman with a lot of tattoos and you never get a character and personality a chance, their talents a chance, then that's a division.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can come together and bridge those gaps, and you can see beyond tattoo, because those are expressions, and in some parts of the world they represent cultures, religions, tribes, so it's something to be proud of around the world.
Now, Eddie and Victoria, you guys have been around to be able to watch Inky Gang just flourish and sprout up. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Me too. To watch it sprout up. I'm going to ask you first, how does it feel to be a part of a movement that's actually having a positive impact on the community?
Well, honestly, it's a blessing because I seen where he came from.
I seen where he went before he went in, and the plan it's amazing. It's amazing. He stayed firm and he believed in himself, and as you see, me and Vic believed in him too.
Right.
Since day one. We started off with a hashtag.
Yeah.
Now look at us.
Look at right. So how about you?
Yes, it was just more so staying down with one another, supporting. So yes, it's definitely been a transition.
Yeah, I'm an Inky gang supporter too, y'all. Don't sleep,
Right on.
don't sleep.
Original.
Yeah, I need to get my jacket. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I love a little ink. So, you know, now I'm going to circle back to Inky Gang, but you also, before doing your stint in incarceration, you were already on your musical path. You had already started releasing music, videos. You were popular. I mean, your name buzzing in the streets. You came back home, you got right back in the studio.
Yeah.
So what kept that inspiration going?
Well, I actually tried to stray away a little bit from music, because during that time, you know, we associate music, especially our genre, rap, hip hop, with so much crime. It has that element to it.
What set you claim?
So yeah, so it's like, you know, I remember the studio environment before I went to prison, and that same environment now would send me back. But I learned to control my environment, but I strayed away from it. But it burns inside of me when you have something to say. So, you know, with the proper speech patterns, you know, if you have something, if you have content you want to release, I don't care if it's a picture or a video. If it's inside of you, you want to release it naturally, and that's what keeps me going, and that's why I stay in the studio.
Well, I actually got a song I want to check out, The Truth.
You say dub, nigga. I'm free. Can't tell me nothing. Oh, I'm free. Take a look back in my life, yeah. I write a book on one night, yeah. I did 8 years in that hellhole. I know my way around a knife. I gave my soul to the game, God. I prayed for bads, caught a case for that. Put in time with some real niggas, so my reputation can't take from that. Earn mine, I ain't paid for it. Mob's tired of thank Jay for it. Free my homies till they touch down. I can't wait to show them how I came up. It ain't money, then it ain't nothing. Best believe it's a fee for thee. Niggas talking, ain't saying nothing, so I keep my phone on D&D. I know things they don't teach. Instagram is police. Snapchats never disappear. Get indicted off of that tweet. You excited off of this beef. Till a nigga knock half your ass off. Now you crying out for that peace. Should've thought about that for your blast off. Never post a gun you gon' shoot. Never post a bitch you in love with. They be gunning after her too. These streets so unpredictable. Homie, all I say is the truth. I'm a made nigga, can't play with me. How my real niggas salute. And my bad bitches who stay with it. Bad. That's all I can say. I'ma give it to them straight. Just like they gave it to me. OG salute. Yeah.
Came home talking that real, putting them boys on real game. I mean, you know, Instagram is the police.
Right on.
Now, what did you do during that time of incarceration, like during and after that, to keep you grounded? Because I mean, so many young black men, they go in and the only thing they do is try to plot a way that'll get them right back in there.
Right.
You know, they just come out better criminals, but what you did is you did the opposite.
Yeah.
You came out a better businessman.
Yeah.
So what did you do to keep yourself grounded?
I use prison as like an incubator. So I read books on rare topics. I just wanted to cultivate my intellect, you know, my physical body, because this is a chance for us to be outside of reality in a way, and what we perceive as reality in the free world. And I can create myself again. So when I left, if I didn't make the right decisions, then carry myself the right way, this is a chance for me to remove myself from the game and reconstruct and correct, and then I come back. I want to be excellent. I want to be the best version of myself when I came out. That's
the
what I
real
did.
definition of reinventing yourself. And it's never too late to reinvent yourself, you know. And some people, it takes traumatic experiences, and some people it don't. But I always tell a person, if you don't feel like your life is serving a higher purpose, or you're not feeling fulfilled, reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying? Find what drives you. And I see that one of the things that also drive you is bringing the community together, whether it's through Inky Gang, whether it's through your nonprofit or Dubway Foundation. Shout out to that, because you came home and it wasn't just about you. It was about the community, and anybody that came to get to know you, have a conversation with you, they knew right off, like that's what you was about. How can we get these kids some school supplies, some toys for Christmas, some eggs for Easter, you know, a meal or whatever. You was on it, you know, and just to be able to witness that is just, I get chills. I feel like a proud mama, proud auntie or somebody right now. So tell us, how did you create that platform? Was Inky Gang a part of the Dubway Foundation, or is that something separate, or does it all collide?
They were actually two separate concepts. So because of my nature before I went to prison, I've never been just terrible. I've never been a snake, a rat, a crumb. But you know, I ran with the have-nots and the crooks, because that's what stimulated me when my mother passed. And you know, the crook is always available. Anybody doing bad is always available. All my comrades that were doing good, you know, they were at home with their families and doing right. I needed access, and those were the crooks. So I wanted to try to turn the tide and really repay my community. For anything I've done, any of my comrades have ever done wrong, I want to repay my community, because I naturally like to help people. I never lost my soul, even when I was doing bad. So I started researching information on community work, and I had no idea how to do it. I came out and started feeding the homeless and started going in attention and support, and I did everything I can and still do to assist my community. And
other people started stepping in along, and that also created a whole movement, because I mean, it started from the small groups to now the parks can barely hold y'all. Like, it's crazy. You know, my mom called me, it's all kind of traffic down there on Fuquay down there by the park. I said, oh yeah, that's A-Dub them. They giving back to the community today. So I love to see it. That's a perfect traffic jam.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to give you a shout out to that. We actually have a little clip of the kids out there running, getting Easter eggs for Easter. Now, how does it make you feel to be able to be a bright light in a dark room?
It feels good, because when you see the response from people and the look on people, I've talked to mothers that were 22 years old, either had a child's father incarcerated or murdered or just not present. I've seen people come to get gifts and toys that may not have made Christmas that year. So I have personal conversations with these people, and it means the world to me that we can't change the world, nobody can. But when you can make an impact on the people in your realm, it feels good knowing that we changed, we made a difference. Even for a day, a week, a month, we made a difference. And that means the world to me.
All right, and if there's anything that you could tell your younger self, what would you tell them?
Just deal with pain better. You know, just look for different stimulants, and just patience.
Now, Victoria, now you've been a witness to everything that we're talking about. So give me some of from your standpoint, just from being on the outside looking in with, just like me, but you're actually in the trenches with Inky Gang. You know what I'm saying? So you out there moving merch, you out there feeding the homeless, you out there, you all the way in there. So how does it feel for you to be a part of such an amazing movement?
Like Kane said earlier, like, it's a blessing, because, you know, we are doing something positive. You know, we all have been in trouble before, so we're getting back to our community. I've seen Dub grow, so, you know, we talk every day. So, you know, keep going. You probably got to get me focused, or, you know, he like Papa. But, you know, it's just the growth, like the support system, like just staying down. He supported me, and I supported him, like, so that's how we ended up bonding. And like you said, since his tattoos, I'm intrigued with tattoos. I love tattoos, so
Yeah, you
that's what I'm
tatted
trying-
too, so
Yeah,
you know,
so-
you Inky too. It's a whole movement. And you Inky too. All y'all Inky, y'all should have just came in here with some short sleeve and short songs so we
Yeah.
could really see the movement. We got to
Right.
follow y'all on y'all social medias so we can be sure we can go, you know, picture
Mhm.
watch, because y'all have whole stories on y'all arms and legs and everything. I mean, I love the whole movement. I love the whole concept. So what do we have to look forward to from Inky Gang?
Inky Gang. Okay, well, shout out to DWL Studio, Glenisha. We're working on the YouTube series, Inky Gang TV, where we'll be premiering, you know, our lifestyle, the culture, everything that surrounds people. That's what's intriguing. So the beautiful models, the members, the backstories, the art. We're gonna try to consolidate that into one good series that people can enjoy. And then, you know, my guy Van Johnson from Black Ink Houston.
Shout out Black Ink
Yeah,
Houston.
we tapped in recently, and we got some things cooking. It's a surprise, but we're working on something big. So expect a lot from Black Ink Houston and Inky Gang in the near future.
I love that. Now, what about your music? Can we keep our ear to the streets? Be looking out for something?
I'm actually finna shoot a video. I did that God Did beat, DJ Khaled. I had to tell a story. It came out real good. So I'm basically gonna take my time and I'm gonna release something and give a bite at a time.
I like that because you have your hand in so many things. Now, I would be amiss if I did not ask this question. Merch. Y'all have these new fly bomber jackets. Y'all have the I Love Ink. You got the, I mean, just different
You know.
styles. I've seen you flex different styles. If
Mhm.
someone is watching or listening and want to get some of that merch, where can they find it? Where can they go to get
We
that?
tried the online stores, but there's too much red tape. So basically, on Inky Gang, Inky Gang official, Instagram, the Real A Dub, Instagram. Y'all reach out to me. I make them rock for rock.
Okay.
Everything is custom, made to order.
I like that. I definitely need to get mine. So you guys are also entrepreneurs. I would be amiss if I didn't get a chance to kind of get in y'all business. Eddie Kane, tell me a little bit about you. We've been talking to A-Dub the whole time. Y'all just been quiet. Tell me a little bit about you, Eddie Kane.
Well, I'm kind of A-Dub right-hand man, you know, just sitting back and watching this unfold really. It's like, it make people believe where we came from, you know. We kind of we look different to other people because we did prison time. He did 8, I did 10, you know. So my tattoos is a story. It tells how I felt in there. It's telling what I've been through, you know. So really, it's not for the Instagram or social media. Like, this is pain. You know, this is how I show my pain. So, you know, like Inky Gang is Inky Gang for life over here. You know, it's nothing more, nothing better, nothing less.
And what about you, Victoria? I know you play a part in the Inky Gang, but you also have Body by V, you have, you know, you do other things as well.
Fitness, modeling. When I met Dub, I was just an ambassador. So I was just supporting it. And then he was like, nah, you're going to do a model. You're going to be a model now. So that's what transitioned. But yeah, I do my fitness, Body by V. I'm open to anything, so.
I'm just going to speak into existence. I already see the Inky Gang reality show. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole culture. It's a lifestyle, you know, and to see you all come together in a positive way.
Yeah.
You know, people expect, you know, a bunch of tattoos. They just really expect some ghetto shit all the time.
Right.
You know, just being honest. But to see y'all come together, and y'all don't just come together just to y'all don't be on no foolishness at all. Y'all uplifting the community. Y'all have family game nights. Y'all just y'all get people involved. And I like that because it changes the trajectory of how people look at people that have ink.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost giving us a rite of passage for expression.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that. Now, with a Dubway Foundation, you guys are always holding events. Do you have anything coming up?
I'm actually doing the 2nd annual Fun Day in the Park. It'll be March, the same week as spring break. I haven't picked a date yet, but a Fun Day in the Park for those kids to come run wild, and we're going to really put it on for them.
So y'all make sure y'all find the Dubway Foundation. Find it on Instagram. Make sure you hit that follow button so that you can stay updated on when they do events for the children. Scroll down their page and you can get familiar and see how big it has grown and how fast it's just taking over the community, and seeing everybody come together, kids happy, the adults having a good time. I mean, no guns, no violence. Speaking of that, I see on your page here that's another testimony. You know, I want to say it was just kind of like being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you were involved in a shooting where you were shot, and it kind of ignited a whole guns down movement, even with Inky gang behind it. Can you give us a little insight with that?
Well, I got shot last year, February, which was exactly a year anniversary of me coming home from prison. So how ironic is that? But I was in a situation, and I was doing what I consider to be right, diffusing the situation, and I ended up being shot twice in one night. And I don't regret it because it was a catalyst for a new movement. So when I came home, a few of my comrades, we did a guns down block party, basically promoting nonviolence in the community, giving back for back to school supplies to the kids. So I wanted to kind of redo that. I did guns down at Black Ink, shot at the van again for letting us use that establishment. So, and I just wanted to show that it's not necessary for senseless violence. Anything that's necessary for life, to preserve life, I'm not against. I'm not against people carrying firearms. I'm not against any of that.
Right.
But the senseless violence, when we can't come together and have a conversation, and we can't reach a nonviolent solution to a disagreement. That's all I mean. So it gave me a chance. I made the news twice. It gave me a chance to push my agenda even further in the community and to get notoriety, but also show people that, tell them where I came from.
Right.
I've been to prison, I've been shot, and I'm still saying, let's not do that.
I love that.
Yeah.
So often people like you don't get the platforms to speak on. You know, people are so in love with drama, but to turn like a dark moment and find a silver lining in that moment to say, you know what, the cameras are watching right now, and they probably were looking for you to be angry, but even then you was like, man, put the guns down.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Who's to say the old you may or may not have done that?
Might have picked the guns up.
Might have been like, look, man,
Who
y'all,
knows?
I'm ate up. Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who knows?
But you done came a long way, so that also shows growth and maturation within yourself to be able to acknowledge that, you know what, I could use my voice for something better.
Yeah.
Even through your music, you're telling the story, you put people on game,
Yeah.
and it's not just pointless hype rap. You know, the rap that people do and they can't relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you even, use your art form through that. So I want to thank you just for being, like I said, a bright light in a dark room, for bringing the community together, for believing in yourself.
Thank you.
You know, that's really hard, because that transition from prison to home is scary, because you've been gone for so long. You're not really in touch with reality, really. The phones change. You know, you have to learn how to use a cell phone all over again. Social media is different. Everybody living their life out loud in front of a camera, and just the whole feeling like you're going to get left behind or lost in the sauce. And then so many people make the mistake of thinking when they come home, all their partners going to be ready, waiting with a big bag of money, happy to see them. And that is not reality. What was your reality like when you came home? I know you had to get out the mud. Can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
Shout out to my partners, first of all, for just not being rich when I came home. I could have really used that. But I never cared about anything like that when I came home, because I don't feel like anybody owed me for my mistakes. So
Right.
I didn't have my hand out. I was receptive to blessings people gave me, but I didn't have my hand out. This is my journey, and it's my fault.
I mean, as soon as you came home, you went and got a press machine.
And that's why I tell people all the time, I had an ego before I went to prison. I still have one, but it's in check. So I tell people all the time, I was in that garage, in a hot garage, with a presser and a printer, trying to make merch, selling it one by one. So, like you said, it's no excuses. You got to humble yourself. I was willing to do anything for this to manifest, for us to have traction and motion we have today, and be on the path for greatness. But that's what I came home on, is trying to make progress.
Well,
That's key.
Your consistency and the fact that you are continuing to show up speaks volumes. So I congratulate you on the success that you have, and I congratulate you in advance on the success that is to come, because I can already see it. I can almost smell it, touch it, taste it.
Mhm.
How big that movement is going to be and how much that overflow is going to be able to go back into the community, because that's already part of your movement. So, you know, I can't say it enough. Just thank you. Shout out to the whole Inky Gang movement. Of course, all of you guys couldn't fit in here, but if I could, I would. I know it's too many of y'all to count. I mean, from the models to the photographers to the guys that hold the lights up just for them to be able to get the images. I mean, because it takes a whole team.
It takes a village.
It really takes a village, and, you know, you make it look easy, but you and I both know as entrepreneurs, if everybody could do it, everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they can.
Yeah.
You just gotta show up for
If
yourself.
you tried.
You gotta believe in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and don't be afraid of falling. Sometimes you gotta fall forward.
I got a message for you.
Come on.
So I've told my family right here, and a few of my comrades and my family members that you supported me as soon as I came home from prison. You always reached out to ask me if I need assistance, just help get myself out there. Anything I needed, you gave me an option. And you offered me your platform, and I told you I wasn't ready. Because you being who you are, you've created something great. You've had a lot of great guests. I was telling them about it. You've had so much success with this show. It's beautiful. I've watched it. And I want to be valuable. I know your heart, and you were willing, knowing my story and being kind and giving me a chance, you were going to give me your platform, and I turned it down for this very reason. So I'll be of value. I want to make some progress. That's how much I believe in you and how much I appreciate you for allowing us to be here today.
Thank you so much. Well, you know, I always saw your light.
Yeah.
And I see the light that you don't even see yet. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I see somebody that I know, I love, anytime I see them grow, I clap for them. You know what I'm saying? I clap for you. You know, you started out with your bathing suit line, you know what I'm saying? Now I see you training people, your body in shape, you looking great, you know, health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? And you home, you doing your thing, you haven't been back, you know what I'm saying? That's a celebration within itself. So many of our black men go back. You know what I'm saying? And so to be a part of a movement, something positive where the community could look up and say, you know what, he looked like me. You know what I'm saying? Something, it makes it relatable. So often, you know, they shun people that look like us. Yeah. But we have a story to tell. And if people are willing to listen, they can learn something.
They sure learn something.
So thank you for being an inspiration.
Well, thank you.
You know, I'm inspired, I'm intrigued, I'm excited, I'm motivated, and I just can't wait to see what the universe is going to continue to unfold for you.
Thank you so much.
Your future looks bright. So you guys, you know, I can be all sappy tonight. You know, I'm just excited to be able to have my fam. You know, we deeper than friends. We family. You know what I'm saying? In the building, and to have a relative topic. You know, Inky Gang is dear to my heart. A Dubway Foundation. I'm proud of the moves you're making. You know, and I look forward to being a part of what you're continuing to do in the community. So I want you guys to be sure that you follow their page. Follow the real A-Dub. If you guys want to get some merch, go ahead and slide on into his DMs. He gonna take care of you. Tell him your girl Onney, the CEO, sent you. Make sure you follow the nonprofit page, Dubway Foundation. Make sure you stay up to date on what they're doing in the community. And also, you can be a part of the change we wish to see. And don't forget, Inky Gang. If you inked up, you want to be a part of the movement, make sure you follow Inky Gang Official. Go and get your bombers. The weather is changing. This is the perfect time to, you know, go ahead on and head into spring with some new things on your sleeves, you know. I appreciate you guys for coming. Is there anything you want to leave the audience with? Any words of advice?
Just stay tuned. We trying to do something. We trying to do something great together as a unit.
And you know what they say, we are all better together. Well, I'm your girl, Onney, the CEO. This episode has been powered by Inky Gang Official. And for those that want to continue to watch, make sure that you like, subscribe. We are on multiple platforms. You can find a platform that works for you. We are on Hip Hop Street's Third Coast TV, Spotify, Google Play, Pocket Cast, iHeartRadio. I mean, wherever you want to find us, we can be found. You make sure you go on over to our YouTube page. Hit that like and subscribe button. Click that bell notification so you can be notified when we drop new content. We have over 103 episodes available, so go ahead and find the episode. Hope that you can be moved, inspired, and intrigued. I'm your host, Onney, the CEO. I want to thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. I'm your host, Onney, the CEO. You're plugged in, tuned in, tapped in, outside the box.